Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Dan. So today I'll be reviewing yet another rather obscure low-budget kung fu feature, a blast from the past. Yes, of course, these are tend to be my favorite anyway. So the film I'll be talking about is Martial Monks of Shaolin Temple. So here we are, I guess you can say. So anyway, this is going to be the English dub version of talking about it, folks, just so you know. So, as always, let's talk about the plot, shall we? So, here we go. Yes, there was this individual named the Silver Fox who battles untold men and with his deadly thunder foot technique. So, let's just say that this individual, he does rule supreme in the martial arts world and until there was this young fighter that develops the lightning mantis strike. So yes, of course, this will obviously prove to be an issue. Of course, something must be done. Of course, about this kind of thing. Somebody needs to teach me a lesson. No, I'm supposed to be number one, not you. So yeah, it gets pretty damn and crazy in that regard. Of course, and that's the thing though. Of course, you can get crazy. Obviously, it has to. It has to get really wild in its own little way. So yes, yeah, of course, even though despite the fact that also there's the whole idea that okay, when the great master of the Shaolin Temple has been murdered, a disciple decides to avenge him. So again, another revenge type story. Again, yeah, I like haven't seen this like a bunch of times already by this point, but here we are again, I guess. Ugh. So anyway, yeah, the dubbing here is yeah, it's pretty poor. Dubbing is pretty whatever. Anyway, that aside, I just want to focus on the fight scenes. Of course, the fight scenes aren't too bad. Of course, the fight scenes are nicely done, really, for what it's worth, I suppose. And yeah, I like the fight scenes. They're nicely choreographed, of course, as you might expect when it comes to these types of movies. And I like that. I like the fact that there's quite a bit of action packed with fight scenes. That's pretty much like a strong point for this, which obviously does not have to be a bad thing whatsoever. I would say it's very choreographed, like I would expect when it comes to these types of movies, because you can obviously tell that this definitely wants to display that in a lot of ways, which it does, obviously, taking place in several different areas, locations, of course. And yes, obviously, this is supposed to take place in a specific time period in Asia, which I don't mind really. I like these types of movies, these martial art films where to take place in a specific area, obviously. So there's that. I like that. I really do. Oh, yeah. So ultimately, I did like what they were trying to do with the kung fu scenes. The kung fu scenes that take place maybe in various areas. I guess this is their way trying to make it exciting, so it come off like boring or anything, which I can appreciate, really. hmm Oh, definitely. I do appreciate that because of the fact that there's actually some effort in the way to make it entertaining. Of course, well, you have to. Don't make it stale. No, do not make this stale like whatsoever, like at all. But anyway, this is pretty crazy in the sense that it gets pretty fast. In that case, it's pretty fast paced. In that, at least in that regard, really. Yes, the story starts out very slowly, developing this storyline where that has been done to death in a lot of ways. So the overall story isn't exactly 100% original, of course, really, but still, it does get to the point, really. Again, a lot of good fight scenes, of course. So that's something, I suppose, I guess. In the grand scheme of things, I'll say, I'll say that. Let's say that this is definitely something I will say. It's okay, sure, the production values aren't exactly super high, like some of the more recent dubbing movies, martial art films. I know, yeah, I know a lot of the more newer films when it comes to martial arts. The dubbing has been done better, and like the more mainstream, more well known kung fu features. Which yes, I mean in some cases it's still done bad, but in the more recent kung fu films, like from Jet Li or Jackie Chan or whatever, some of their own titles that were delayed, that made in the later years were dubbed better than this one, of course. With a few exceptions, obviously, but in the grand scheme of things, they were dubbed better than this. So, yeah, that's the thing I can definitely say when it comes to the more recent Kung Fu films. A lot of them, again, with a few exceptions, were actually dubbed better in English. And, yeah, there was that, I guess. Whatever. But this one is fine. I thought this was decent, I suppose. In the grand scheme of things, I just thought I'd talk about this again because why not? I just want to talk about this kind of stuff because I like the martial art genre. I do have an entire playlist talking about kung fu for those who don't know. So I have an entire playlist of just talking about kung fu. If you want to know, just put it out there. If you're new to this channel and you want to see more of my kung fu type videos, I made an entire playlist of just that, really. And just a side note, don't really expect me to review a whole lot of Jet Li movies, real Jackie Chan or whatever, because I just want to talk about more of the. I mean, personally speaking, I enjoy the more old school stuff a bit more. I don't have anything against Jet Li, just so you know. Jet Li seems like a decent guy, so I got nothing to grudge against him. Really, as for Jet Li, yeah, Jet Li's fine, but Jackie Chan, he's another story. I'll just leave it at that. I'm not trying to drag on too much on unnecessary details here, but personally, I would just like to review more of the old school movies. Really, when it comes to any genre, really, but especially when it comes to kung fu, I would just want to stick with that a bit more. Really, gonna be honest here. Anyway, I'll give this one a Nova, at least this version, a Nova Vol rating of a 6.9 out of 10. Gets a 6.9 out of 10 for me. And as always, thanks for watching and take care. Until next time, see ya. Oh yeah, later.